and he got a whole lot of talent. Say he grew up in the islands, know how to roll with his tongue. Genius for Dylan, he doesn't stop till I feel it. That's why I call him policeman, he come around and I run. It's for Eric, you love when I share it. Let's talk about Frankie, I love when he spank me, you know what I'm on. Cheers for Gerald,
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode of Keeping Up with Coco. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and follow me on Instagram at birkincoc. You know how to spell Birkin, and you know how to spell Coco. Follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my website, book a one-on-one phone call, all of that good stuff. You can find all of those links down in the description below. As you can tell from the title of this video, I am doing a how I leveled up my life video, or rags to riches, if you will. I think that's how some other content creators have kind of titled their video. Basically, I'm going to tell you guys how I went from being a broke girly to a girly that lives in a penthouse, drives a Porsche, okay, wears a Chanel, Van Cleef's, an AP. I mean, the list goes on. A lot of you guys have been watching my channel since I started, so you guys have definitely seen all of the things that I have accomplished and goals that I have reached, and you guys have definitely seen me get to the point that I'm at today. And I definitely don't think my level of journey is over. There is still a lot of things that I would like to accomplish and do, but I can actually sit down and reflect and see how far I have come. And I just wanted to kind of tell you guys how I was able to, to get myself here today. One thing I will say for my girlies that are trying to level up their life, whether it is, financially, relationship-wise, business-wise, you definitely have to start with your mindset. Like, you need to change your mindset, and you need to believe that you can actually accomplish those goals. So I always do this thing where I will just say, like, okay, like, I want this, and if I put my mind to saying that I want something or I want to do something, I will find a way to do it. Started off my level up journey in 2019. That's when I really decided that I was going to, completely change my life and change the lifestyle that I was living based on like a failed relationship that I had tried. And this is when I actually sat down and made the decision of what I wanted my lifestyle in 4 or 5 years to look like, what I wanted to be doing, where I wanted to be living, the type of relationships that I wanted to be in. I had to come to terms with that, like, this is what I want, I'm not going to sit here and just let the universe kind of, make up my future for me. And with that, I made certain lifestyle changes, like, cutting off certain friends that were not interested in possibly hanging out in the same places that I wanted to hang out, and in meeting certain people that I wanted to meet, and dates in certain ways. So I had to cut some friends off. And unfortunately, when you are leveling up, not everyone can come with you. I lost some friends that I had for like 7 years in 2019 because of the fact that they just no longer were serving me the purpose of the friendship that we had. Like, I didn't feel like I was receiving what I was giving to them. So I took the courage on myself to start going out by myself and going to restaurants. And I mean, like, I had determination, which is also another part of leveling up, okay? I had a determination to put myself in rooms. I also had to have the courage to know that I was going to stand out at these places. Learn a lot, like, how do I dress when I go to these places? How do I talk? Learning table manners. And it was nerve-wracking, but I knew that I had to do it because I don't come from a family with money. I did not do that great in school, where I was going to go to a top-notch, university to get my master's and possibly meet a husband that way that was going to give me the lifestyle that I wanted. And my mom doesn't have, connections with wealthy people that she can introduce me to one of her wealthy friend's son, so the only option that I had in order to meet those type of people that may come from generational wealth or new wealth, or whatever. I had to go where they were hanging out, and the one place that I knew that they were gonna hang out and I was also welcome to go to were restaurants. So instead of going to shitty restaurants or just going and getting takeout, I would actually put on an outfit and go out and, sit at a bar and get to talk to people and meet people. And now it's like I walk into an establishment, the staff knows me, the valet knows me, they're very friendly with me. I talk to them, they introduce me to other people, and I build these connections with people that live in the same neighborhood. That was definitely one thing that I had, and it was determination. Okay, I had determination because I was going out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, and then sometimes on the weekends I might just go somewhere, hit the casino and hit the high rollers section. I mean, I had determination and drive, and I knew what I was looking for. And another thing was deciding the type of guys that I wanted to date. Like, I knew that my future lifestyle, I didn't want to work. I've never really had a job ever. Okay, I've tried. Okay, and that's not to say that I'm not working, because I'm working right now. I have a website that I charge people for. I charge people for phone calls. I have Patreon. So I've always done some sort of work, but I knew that my future partner had to be someone who could provide for me and take care of me, and someone that I could count on for emergency purposes. I can choose to record a video today, or I can choose to not. And he doesn't go, oh, you should get a job, or oh, you should, you have to work today, So choosing my partner was also definitely part of my level up process. I had to come to terms in 2019 that, okay, I can't keep going back and forth with dating one type of guy and then dating another type of guy and then going back. You're either going to go one side or the other. And by one side, I mean you're either going to date for looks, but no ambition or no drive or no ability to provide and take care of you. It's not someone that you can count on, and for emergency purposes even, you're either gonna go that route and work hard, okay, get a real job, get a 9-to-5, bust your ass, you're either gonna go that route, or you're gonna go a different route where it's like, date for the purpose of, leveling up, date for the purpose of what that person can do for you and the doors that that person can open for you. So I made the conscious decision that the type of guys that I wanted were the guys that were going to be hanging out at these really fancy places, and they were going to be older. And I had no problems with them being older, because I personally had an attraction to older guys. I don't think a man's old until they're like 80, right? Like, if you take care of yourself, you groom yourself properly, I think you can look as handsome as ever, even as a 60-year-old man. So I never had that issue with dating older guys. Picking a partner for my future and what I wanted that person to be able to do for me was definitely part of my leveling up process. Mindset, lifestyle changes, and picking your partner. You have to have those things on your mood board, on what you want your 4-year, 5 years to look like, and then you need to figure out how you are going to achieve those things. For me, I used my phone, I used my notes. If I can find notes from 2019 or 2020, I will share it. But I would write down the mindset that I wanted to have when it came to achieving the goals that I wanted to achieve, the lifestyle changes that I needed to change so that I can live the lifestyle that I wanted to live in the future, the type of man that I wanted to date, what he could do for me, his ability to provide, protect, and take care of me, and someone that I can count on for emergency. And once I wrote all of that down in my notes, it was time to figure out how I was going to accomplish those goals. I figured that, well, for me, I'm beautiful, I'm young, I'm funny, and older men have always kind of gravitated towards me. And I'm an entertainer, I knew that people think I'm funny, okay? Not only online, but in person. I'm an entertainer. I can make someone laugh. I can just brighten up someone's day. I was a theater girly in high school, so I've just always been an entertainer, and I also knew that I'm beautiful, like, you know, and the type of guys that like me were older guys that had more to offer me than, you know, the other type of guys that were attracted to me. So I said, okay, I'm going to put myself in rooms where these guys are going to be hanging out. And it's not by getting a job, right? Because I had no credentials to be able to get a job that the type of man that I'm looking for would, you know, talk to me. So it's like, okay, I did my research. So I started freestyling at fancy restaurants, hotel bars, looking up when conferences were gonna be in town. And so with all that, I did it, and I just kept meeting people, networking with different types of people, and eventually I met my now fiance at one of the hotel bars that I used to always frequent. And he was a provider, and he loves to provide. So it was like perfect, you know? Of course, he gave me the lifestyle that I have today. He's bought me quite a lot of things. He has taken me to, you know, places that I have never been to before. He has just, you know, changed everything. Like, my skin is glowing. I mean, he has changed my life, and it was all because I had that drive and that determination, and I made the conscious decision of who and what I wanted my life to look like in 4 or 5 years. And it's been exactly 4 years since 2019 when I, you know, started truly going out freestyling and meeting people, and here we are today. You know, so he has also opened the door for me to be able to save, invest. I mean, all of those things were things that I literally had in my notes. I said I wanted someone who could come in and literally help me grow, you know. And within a couple of months of our relationship, he introduced me to his financial advisor, and I now have the same financial advisor, and they help me invest my money. Now my money doesn't just sit there, it's actually making me money, and it's for my future. And, you know, I would have never known how to do that if it wasn't for him being able to kind of educate me on, you know, something like that. And with me saying that my partner has leveled up my life, that does not mean that I have not done things for myself to level up my life, you know. I'm getting my real estate license, and I am determined to get it. Like, once I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I also want to, you know, buy property in the future, and I have been able to save enough to put a nice down payment on a house in the future, or a condo, depending on what I see. I just hit 30K with my YouTube, which, you know, it's not a lot, but it's more than I thought I could ever get when I first started my YouTube. Another thing, I've been very consistent, which I think is definitely a level up for me when it comes to my social media. I feel like I've been very consistent, and it's something that I love, and I actually do it. Even though when it started, it wasn't making me any money, I still continue doing it because I actually enjoyed recording the videos for you guys, and I enjoyed some of the comments that you guys were commenting, and I have met some really great people through my social media and stuff. So in the beginning, it wasn't making me money, but I kept going, and I had drive and determination to eventually start making revenue off of YouTube, and I did. And then after that, I did my Patreon, and I made like a lot of money off of Patreon. In the 2 years that I was allowed to be on there. And then I now have my website where I do one-on-one phone calls. So I have definitely also been leveling up my life for myself. But him being who he is and the provider and the type of man that he is, take all of that off of my shoulder, gives me the ability to focus on, you know, my career and the things that I want to accomplish, which was exactly what I was looking for when, you know, I was writing down the type of partner that I wanted to date from that point on in 2019. That is how I leveled up my life. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my website, book a one-on-one phone call if you have more specific questions on your level up journey or dating or sugaring or whatever you want to call it. Love you guys, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.
Many come around and I run. It's for Eric, you love when I share it. Let's talk about Frankie. I love when he spank me, you know what I'm on. Cheers for Gerald, I'm